Hey, what's up, guys? JD Venom here, part of Venom Nation Wrestling, and this is my Extreme Rules 2017 pay-per-view review. Pay-per-view just went off the air a couple minutes ago, live on the WWE Network. Before we begin here, you guys know me here. If you guys are new, be sure to leave a thumbs up like that. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and like my Facebook page, where both links are down below. Tell your friends and family and come and join the JD Venom Nation on YouTube, or actually the Venom Nation Wrestling here on YouTube. Now, you know, this pay-per-view overall, the last two matches delivered. I will say that. The last two matches delivered. Other than that, well, actually, I'll take that back. I'll take that back. The last three matches delivered. So this pay-per-view overall, I will give it a thumbs up. But it's a hesitant thumbs up. Because there were some things on this pay-per-view tonight I was scratching my head for. I was definitely scratching my head for in this pay-per-view. If you guys know about at least one match in particular that was very, very short and very, very shitty. I'm talking about Bayley versus Alexa Bliss. What the fuck was that? I have no idea what the fuck that was, but the main thing coming out of this show, guys, Samoa Joe, who I did not pick. I did not pick for him to win this match, but I did say that he will be a dark horse in this match. And there was the rumors, and there was the betting and the odds and everything that Samoa Joe was going to win this match up until today. Actually, up until today, they changed it to Seth Rollins. So I don't know if the betting odds changed back to Samoa Joe. I'm not too sure. But regardless of the fact that Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar is going to happen. And that is going to be a hard-hitting match. A fucking match that I've been wanting to see for years. And it's going to happen at Great Balls of Fire. We're finally going to see Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar. Is going to happen at Great Balls of Fire. You know, I want to see this match, obviously. It's just at the wrong pay-per-view. In my opinion, just at the wrong pay-per-view. You know, like I said, you know, it makes no sense to me on why this match is happening at Great Balls of Fire. I mean, it does make sense to me, but I see Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar as a match that would actually happen at, I don't know, SummerSlam, or, you know, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. You know what I mean? That is something that I want to see, you know, at a pay-per-view like that. Not at a match, or not the match, but nowhere at a particular event like Great Balls of Fire. Don't want to nitpick, don't want to bitch, don't want to moan, don't want to complain, but I just want to call it like it is. Great Balls of Fire doesn't scream to me pay-per-view classic. It doesn't. It does not. Not at all. But I will say this, I am excited for the match. I am definitely ready to see this very intriguing match between both stiff competitors of, you know, of great, I won't say great in-ring work, I don't want to go that fucking far, but very, very opposing men, and this is going to be one of the most legit, badass fights that we will ever see in the WWE. But overall, I give the show, if I give the show a rating out of 10, a 6. I'm at a 6 tonight. It's 6 out of 10, just because of what we saw tonight, and just because of, you know, that Samoa Joe is going to be going up against Brock Lesnar. Great main event with the failed 5-way. All 5 men look good in this match. You know what I mean? I even hesitate to say Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? Even Roman Reigns looked good in this match. But definitely a very good main event between all 5 men. Basically, in this match here, Joe wins with a cocaine clutch to Finn Balor. Finn Balor before that delivered a coup de grace and the missile drop kick. Well, not really missile drop kick, but the drop kick into the corner and the coup de grace from the top rope. Before that, we seen Reigns and Wyatt going against each other, and we saw the final showdown between Reigns and Seth Rollins. All 5 men, like I said, look very, very good in this match, and like I said, I'm happy with the winner. I just don't know. I have my concerns with the match. Is Samoa Joe, he's definitely believable. I'm not going to say that, but he was not built up to this situation to win this match against these other 4 men, to win the Fatal 5-Way. Now, I am really intrigued to see on how they're going to handle, you know, Samoa Joe from tomorrow night all the way through Great Balls of Fire, which is over a month from now. Great Balls of Fire is over a month from now, and I want to see on how they're going to build up Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar. The promos between Lesnar and Joe is going to sell the pay-per-view by itself. It just is. And if you're going to do Joe versus Lesnar, I expect the title to go to Joe. I expect the title to go to Samoa Joe. It's going to be a hard-hitting match. It is going to be brutal. There's going to be a lot of stiff shots, a lot of stiff strikes. I don't expect it to go more than 10 minutes, maybe. Depends how Brock Lesnar wants to do this here. But I definitely don't see a squash match. It's going to be one of those hard-hitting matches. Now Samoa Joe he's going to take a trip to Suplex City. But also, Brock Lesnar is also going to take a trip to Samoan City. That's very bad. That's a very bad segue there. But be that as it may, Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar is money. A must-see main event. Even if you're not into the WWE, even if you're not into today's professional wrestling, if you're watching me here right now, you are into today's product in some fashion because you're watching me right now, right after a pay-per-view ends. But just seeing this, and just knowing that this match is going to happen, at Great Balls of Fire, unfortunately, but just see that this match is going to happen, I am pumped for it. I am excited for it. Great Balls of Fire is now a must-see pay-per-view. Just the title of the fucking show is awful. It is terrible. Like, if they go from Great Balls of Fire to Great American Bash, they can bring back Great American Bash or Bash at the Beach. Just one of those 2 names. I'll be more fine with it. But I need to stop focusing on the show name and just focus on what the main event of the show is. It could be called, you know, Pussy Fuck Farts 2017. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You got Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar as the main event of that show. Can't wait to see that match. You know, I can say what everybody else is gonna say. Oh, this is a dream match, which it is. You know, this is gonna be a match of the year candidate, which I don't want to go that far, but I don't want to go that far. I just have to wait and see that match. It depends how Lesnar. Well, I know Joe is gonna go in the ring. Depends how Lesnar wants to you know, match Joe's intensity. So, that is your winner of the main event. Of course, Samoa Joe is going to be faced off against Brock Lesnar here at Great Balls of Fire. And, of course, we have other matches here on the show as well. So, let's get through our review here tonight. And be sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Daily videos here on the channel, guys. Daily videos here on the channel. 7 days a week. Gainer Podcast. You know, it was this past Friday, and I talked about the Balor Club possibly coming to WWE soon. We will see if that actually will happen. That's going to be a long storyline, a build-up for the Balor Club, if the report that I read was true from Wrestling News World. Also, as well, go check out my top 10. It was, what was the top 10? Top 10, I can't remember, it escapes me right now. It was top 10 something. Top 10 wrestlers who never ever became world champion. Definitely a very good top 10, guys. Go check that out as well. And also as well, follow me on Twitter and like the Facebook page, as I said earlier. Let's get into the rundown of the show, guys, of Extreme Rules 2017. As I mentioned here, very, it wasn't a good show, but it was a decent show from the WWE. And to open up tonight's show was Dean Ambrose versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. This match was slow at the beginning. It did pick up in the last 3 minutes. The Miz wins with a skull-crushing finale to Dean Ambrose. And in this match itself, Dean Ambrose or the Miz was trying to get Dean Ambrose disqualified. The Miz was trying to use a chair on Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose grabs the chair. So there was a lot of story in that match where the Miz was trying to get Dean Ambrose disqualified. At one point in the match, Maurice slaps the Miz, and I was talking about this in my live stream here. I did a live reactions video. Thank you for you guys who came out and who actually, who actually knew it was not actual live stream of the event, even though I put no picture, no audio in the fucking title. Fucking people are mad because they can't afford $10 for some reason. Or there's actually other streams on YouTube where people are actually illegally streaming it. I want to give you my live reactions of it. That's why I put no picture or no audio in the title. The first words in the title in big capitalized letters. Whatever. But be that as it may, I said during the live stream, I said that how come Maurice just doesn't slap the Miz and, the Miz automatically gets disqualified and the Miz wins the Intercontinental Championship. Because the gimmick of the match is that if Dean Ambrose gets disqualified, at Extreme Rules, by the way, fucking hell, at Extreme Rules, gets disqualified, he will lose the Intercontinental Championship. So they tried that spot with Maurice slapping the Miz. Referee just actually throws out Maurice, is sent to the back. Miz at one point throws Dean Ambrose into the referee. Referee was distracted by Maurice, who came back down to the ring. The referee thought it was Dean Ambrose. The referee was walking over to the timekeeper's table. He was going to say something to him. He did not disqualify Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose's back was turned around, and The Miz hits a skull-crushing finale for the 1-2-3 victory. And The Miz is your new WWE Intercontinental Champion. And Samoa Joe is kind of promo right now on Raw Talk. I'm going to have to listen. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to rewind this. And I'm going to listen to this after the review here because I really want to hear what Samoa Joe has to say about him winning this match and what he could be potentially, having against Brock Lesnar. So I'm rewinding that right now. But back to the review here. Next match, we got Rich Swann and Sasha Banks versus Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. This match was decent. It wasn't great. But Dar and Swan, with the time that they had in this match, they looked good in this match. They did look good. They put on they have good chemistry against each other. Not Alicia Fox, but Sasha and Rich Swann, they look better together than when they're separate. Sasha wasn't really doing shit. You know what I mean? She was losing to Alicia Fox. That's what got this mixed tag team match. And Rich Swann, he was Cruiserweight Champion. Ever since he lost the Cruiserweight title, he hasn't really been doing shit either. So, you kind of figure that Rich Swann and Sasha Banks, I don't know if they're going to be tag teaming with each other for a while, but at least, I will say this, they do look good together. I don't know how long this is going to last here, maybe a couple more weeks, I'm not sure, but once they split apart, what are you going to do with Rich Swann? What are you going to do with Sasha Banks? You're going to do something more with Sasha over than what you're going to be doing with Rich Swann. I see Sasha going up against Alexa Bliss next because Bayley basically got squashed tonight. I'm going to get into that match in a second. I could not believe my eyes what the hell I saw tonight with that match. I could not believe my eyes whatsoever. But be that as it may, Sasha and Noam Dar wins after Rich Swann hits a beautiful Phoenix Splash from the top rope and for the 1-2-3 pinfall on Noam Dar. The babyfaces win in Rich Swann's hometown. After that, we get Elias Sampson's segment. He sings. That's it, guys. That's all you need to know. The man can sing. The man can sing. He can sing, guys. Elias Sampson. So after that we did get our next match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship of Alexa Bliss and Bayley. Kendo stick on a pole match. Terrible terrible match. Not really Alexa Bliss's fault, not really Bayley's fault, guys. It was terrible because of the fact that it was so short. If you would have went to go take a piss and came back, you would have missed this match. First of all, the kendo stick on the pole match, right? We already knew that, and I said this in my preview, that the match itself is going to be basically based around who can get the kendo stick first. They're just going to be focused on the kendo stick. At first, this match begins with Alexa saying to Bayley, hey, go get the stick. Go get the kendo stick. Bayley being the dumbass, dumb-witted. I was going to call her blonde, but she acts like a blonde sometimes. She tries to go after the kendo stick, and Alexa Bliss attacks from behind. That is the first 15 seconds of this match. Within the first 2 minutes, the kendo stick was already taken out from the pole. Why are you going to have a kendo stick on a pole match? Then, why is there a pole if you're going to take it down within the first 2 minutes? It should have been just a regular kendo stick match. Have a kendo stick underneath the ring, or kendo sticks taped to the steel post. Have 4 kendo sticks around, and they could have used them against each other like that. But no, you want to put the pole in there because you're fucking lazy, WWE, and you have the kendo stick drop down from the pole within the first 2 minutes of the match. Why was there a kendo stick involved then? I don't understand it. I don't fucking understand it at all. Match was fucking terrible. Bayley basically got squashed. You want to know what happened? You basically want to know what happened? Bayley picks up the kendo stick. Alexa was like, no, don't hit me. Bayley was about to hit her with the kendo stick. Alexa, somehow escapes. She gets the kendo stick, smacks Bayley a few times with the kendo stick, hits the DDT for the win. This match was I think it was about 5 minutes at the most. At the most, this match was 5 minutes. Not a good women's match on the show whatsoever. You had the kendo stick fall down within the first 2 minutes. Or not really fall down, but taken down within the first 2 minutes. And then you have Bayley eating a DDT. Where do you go from here with Bayley? Where do you go from here with Bayley? I don't know. Is there going to be Alexa Bliss versus Sasha next, or Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax next? We'll see. We'll see how this goes here. But this feud is over. It's not over like I'm trying to get over. No, it's done. Awful match. Worst match of the night. After that, we got our steel cage match for the tag team titles of the Hardys versus Sheamus and Cesaro. The fans were really, really into this match, going with the delete chants. The crowd was hot for the Hardys in this match. Of course, with matches like this, and actually this match here, this tag team steel cage match, it wasn't like, first team to get a pinfall wins, nothing like that. The only way to win is by both teams escaping the cage. Both members of the team are escaping the cage. That was the match. So basically, it was basically like a tug of war of someone climbing up the cage, someone getting brought back down, and rinse and repeat. That's basically what this match was from start to finish. And basically, long story short, Jeff Hardy escapes the cage first. He gets knocked down to the floor by, I believe, by Sheamus. And a point in this match, Matt Hardy was about to escape the cage, but Cesaro brings Matt Hardy back into the ring, and Sheamus got up to the top rope as well in a huge double, I won't say double white noise, but assisted white noise from the top rope by Sheamus to Matt Hardy. Very sick spot. Very sick spot from the members in the match there, of Matt Hardy and Sheamus. Very sick spot. Jeff comes back into the ring and hits a Whisper of the Wind from the top of the steel cage. Very nice spot. Now, this is where I got confused. Jeff came back into the ring. He already landed on the floor, already. So with him coming back into the ring with the Whisper of the Wind, I guess he's back into the match? I didn't understand that. It was confusing. They didn't explain that too well. Cole Graves and Booker T, they did not explain that too well at all. Basically, Sheamus and Cesaro was climbing over the cage. Matt was trying to drag Jeff out of the ring after Jeff hits the Whisper in the Wind. Matt's feet hit the floor first. Okay? I was thinking that, oh, the Hardys won the match because Jeff already escaped. No, that's not what it was. That's not what it was at all. Sheamus and Cesaro both land on the floor first. Then it was simultaneously Matt was dragging Jeff out of the steel cage. So Sheamus and Cesaro are your new WWE Raw Tag Team Champions. That's who I predicted to win the match. I thought there was gonna be something more for Matt Hardy to be broken, but obviously at this point in time with the whole thing with Anthem and Matt Hardy and Jeff Jarrett and just a whole mess that's going on with that, I don't know if we're gonna be seeing the Hardys broken anytime soon in the WWE, but we do got new tag team champions of Sheamus and Cesaro. It was the right decision. You have these guys turn heel. If you have them lose against the Hardys, then why did you have them turn heel in the first place? You know what I mean? So good decision by WWE, and the Hardys, they will go back to redrawing board, and we'll see how this goes from here with the Hardys and Sheamus and Cesaro. So there you go. On to our next match, we go to our co-main event of the night, the second best match of the night. Very great Cruiserweight Championship match. I did pick Austin Aries to win, but Neville was the one to walk out. Still, your Cruiserweight Champion. Great in-ring psychology from both men. We see Neville with a brutal basement dropkick to Austin Aries, spilling Aries to the outside. Aries' leg was being worked on in this match. A net breaker by Aries through the second rope to Neville. A Rings of Sarah by Neville was applied to Aries. Aries rope breaks. Super kick by Neville. Last Chancery by Aries to Neville. And basically he was holding on to the last Chancery to Neville. Neville gets the rope break, but Aries holds on to last Chancery onto the outside of the ring. Neville taps out, but it was outside the ring, so basically the match couldn't end outside of the ring. It has to end inside the ring. Basically, a red arrow from Aries. From Neville to Aries, and it was a sick red arrow. You could just hear the bodies smacking together, and basically Aries was he wasn't on his back, he was on his stomach, and he took the red arrow, and he wasn't flat on the ground. He kind of got himself up just a little bit there to take the red arrow, and a Rings of Saturn immediately follows by Neville, and Neville is still your Cruiserweight Champion. Awesome match. Wasn't match of the night, but it was an awesome match with an awesome ending from Neville and Austin Aries. I thought Austin Aries was going to win. Then I had to rethink it because I said, well, hell, they gave away the finish on Monday Night Raw, Aries and Neville. I knew I should have changed my pick. I knew I should have changed my pick when I saw that. I was like, well, they just gave away the ending. They gave away the ending of the match for Sunday. They gave away the ending for the match on Sunday. And sure enough, Aries, ends up losing this match here. I definitely see Aries out of the Cruiserweight Championship scene, and I definitely see now Neville versus either Akira Tozawa or Cedric Alexander. Is going to be one of those two. I hope it's Cedric Alexander, because Cedric Alexander deserves his opportunity. To me, instead of Aries, Cedric Alexander is the best one in the Cruiserweight division. That's your top three. And I'll probably put Akira Tozawa up there at number 4. Or could we see Neville versus TJ Perkins? Because, they still have a few going on. Not really a few, but they still have a match that was supposed to be agreed upon. So, could it be, Neville versus TJP? I can see that. I can see Neville versus Akira Tozawa. Maybe they're probably trying to save Neville versus Cedric Alexander for a longer, in the long run. I would love to see Neville versus Cedric Alexander. That could be match of the year quality content right there. That would be fucking amazing to see. Cedric Alexander versus Neville. But we're going to wait for that. Hopefully Neville is still the Cruiserweight Champion. And I hope he does drop it to Cedric Alexander. I just don't think that's going to be the next feud. So, we will have to wait and see on that. And again, our main event, guys, was Finn Balor, Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, Seth Rollins, and Samoa Joe in the failed 5-way match. I already went over the match itself. Joe wins with the Coquina Clutch applied to Finn Balor. Very solid main event. And again, I already stressed on I'm gonna love Joe versus Brock. I just think it's gonna happen at the Raw pay-per-view. Really, I just can't believe, like, oh, the very first match between Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe happened at Great Balls of Fire. I just can't accept that. I really can't. You know what I mean? I really can't. I just don't want to focus too much on the pay-per-view name, but the pay-per-view name does mean a lot in some aspects when you're talking about wrestling and wrestling history. Like, can you imagine Hulk Hogan, versus, let's say, Ultimate Warrior didn't take place at WrestleMania 6. Let's say they stopped at WrestleMania 5 and they just started naming it, Great Balls of Fire. The very first match between Hogan and Warrior happened at Great Balls of Fire 1990. No, it's not believable to me. Not believable to me at all. In the slightest. But that is your Extreme Rules 2017 pay-per-view review, guys. And, like I said, if I had to give a pay-per-view a rating out of 10, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It did surprise me. It did surprise me. You know what I mean? But I will say this. Monday Night Raw tomorrow night, it better deliver. It better deliver because after that, you got next Monday, and, well, shit, I don't know if the Cavs going to win a fucking game in the NBA Finals, but if the Cavs win one game in the NBA Finals, then we're going to get a game, Game 5, which is going to happen on that Monday. But I think Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar, because Brock Lesnar's supposed to be returning, not tomorrow, but the following Monday. So if he's coming back the following Monday, then look out. That's going to be a encounter. That's going to be must-see TV. I definitely want to see that. But guys, that is it for me. If you did like this here, be sure to leave a thumbs up on your way out. Got really not much else to say here other than decent show. I mean, there's really nothing much else I can break down for you guys. Decent show. I spent most of my chunk of my time talking about Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar. You know what I mean? What else is there to talk about for the show? Really nothing much else. Spent a good time on the Cruiserweights. Spent a good time on Alexa Bliss and Bayley. And what I think they're going to be going after that. Sheamus and Cesaro and the Hardys, they're going to have another match. I can see them having one more match at Great Balls of Fire. Because what would make sense? Sheamus and Cesaro versus... Can't do Revival. You can't do... Heath Slater and Rhino, no. Enzo and Cass, and maybe Cass turns on Enzo then at the pay-per-view. I can see that. I can definitely see that. Like they're about to win the tag team titles, and Cass turns on him then. I can see something like that. But outside that, I don't know, guys. I don't know. This pay-per-view was meh. It wasn't great. But guys, that's it for me. If you did like this here, be sure to leave a thumbs up. Daily wrestling videos here on the channel, guys. Be sure to check out my other videos. Raw reviews, SmackDown reviews, NXT reviews. My top 10 is up. Top 10 wrestlers who never ever became a world champion. And the Game Over podcast, which is from this Friday, where I went over some news from Wrestling News World of the Balor Club. Could be a possibility coming to WWE this year in a huge storyline. So go check that out. If you have not heard about the rumor, go check it out. I will very much so appreciate it. But that's it for me, guys. I will be on tomorrow for my Monday Night Raw review. Please rate, please subscribe, please drop a comment, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.